Chris Brown is a genius. Why, you might ask? Because he single-handedly changed the meet and greet game forever. I know that you guys have probably seen a lot of viral memes from the Chris Brown meet and greets, from girls jumping on Chris Brown to them doing some explicit poses. But the main point is that he's managed to turn a $50 bonus, because how much were meet and greets back in the day?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. Maybe I might have to ask my mom. But he managed to turn something that was not as costly before into something that's just an event. And I think it's really remarkable because he's charging people, I think, $1,000 to $1,100 per photo or whatever. But
so on his 11/11 tour, I think is what it's called right now.
Yeah,
he's charging people $1,111, and that's because of to go with the 11/11 theme.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, that's what he's charging now. On a regular tour, I don't know what he's charging. Probably like $1,000.
Okay. No, in general, I mean, you have to think about it. He's making an extra like $10K or 11,000 every show,
bro.
Just off of a 5-second photo.
Right, and so that number he just got was because, let's say you said you had a friend, right, who went to a concert and he
friend of a friend.
He saw a line of people, or she, or whoever it was, saw a line of people waiting to get their picture taken with Chris Brown, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you're basing that off, say, let's say it was 10 people. Probably was more than that. If it was just 10 people, that means he would have made, what, $11,000 off of 10 people?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. Let's say it was 50 people, right? I don't know. The point is, I'm going to break it down per hour, right?
Okay.
Because people think about, I make this much per hour, my hour's worth this much time. If I think it's a 1 minute session, right?
I don't know. I'm guessing it has to probably be like 4 minutes. I think it's at least 4 minutes.
Okay. And I didn't do the calculations on it, but I thought that it was set a minute photo. Go ahead.
It could be a minute. Let's just go off your calculators just in case, because none of us really know.
Mm. So I think I saw online or somewhere it was $1,000. Sorry, not $1,000. Yeah, $1,000 per a minute for a minute, like meet and greet with him and get your picture taken. I'm like, yo, this man's making $1,000 per minute. And half of the time he's making that $1,000 per minute, he's essentially, with consent, groping on the body parts of his female fans.
Well, actually, it's the opposite. It's like they're groping on him.
That's true.
Like if you see the photo, like they're all up on him. Like Chris Brown is just like, like this, like. But one thing I do have to bring up though is I know a lot of people are mad about the price, but here's the thing: if it was $50, he'd be taking photos with the whole stadium. And not only that, but the quality of the photo would it be? It'd be like an average meet and greet. Like you go like this for 1 second and then you're out. It makes for a better experience. The fact that he's charging more, you get more of a memorable experience. Like, do you think we'd get all these pictures if it was like a $50 one? No, I don't think so.
I think just from the sheer volume of people that will be paying the $50 for a meet and greet, he couldn't satisfy that demand. It'd be too much. Yeah. Supply and demand. There's so much demand to get a picture with him. He had to raise the prices. So that's what he did. And so shout out. I'm not mad at this at all. I think
it's genius. I think he is genius for this. I think it's so smart.
And they've always had backstage passes and those packages you buy to go behind this backstage.
Yeah, like a T-shirt, lanyard, and then you go backstage. Yeah.
But I think this is like an a la carte version of that. Instead of doing the whole shebang, it's like, okay, I don't need all that extra stuff. Let me just go get my picture with him and then be gone, I guess. And so he's like, okay, I'll chop it up. I'll give you that experience for $1,000. So shout out to Chris Brown, or his management team or whoever. So
smart.
It's definitely smart.
And here's the thing about Chris Brown though. If it's one person that really looks after the fans, it's Chris Brown. I've known Chris Brown. Back in the day, he had like a clothing line. It was called Black Pyramid. He actually hired some of his fans to do graphic design. And when you think about it, the people taking pictures with Chris Brown is like the whole marketing department, because he doesn't have to say anything. These people are posting the pictures and they're going viral by themselves. Chris Brown doesn't have to post it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I saw an article. Again, I keep quoting these articles. I can't even remember what the publication was, so my apologies. But I saw an article, or a couple of them, saying, like headlines pretty much, saying that this is, not to say Chris Brown was falling off or anything, but they were saying this is like reviving him a bit, like making him more, I'm not sure. I forgot the word they used. Making him.
I think maybe it's just making him appeal to more of a younger audience, I guess, because Chris Brown's been out since 2005.
Long time.
So you have a group of millennials who have grown up with Chris Brown, and Gen Z, they still know Chris Brown because he's always had relevant music. but he's just always appealed to, I guess, the older audience just because they grew up with him. So now I think these pictures is helping like bridge the gap between the person Chris Brown and like the artistry. So
yeah, I mean it could be. Like I said, all I saw was the headlines, and you're right. He appeals to more millennials. He's a millennial. I mean we're almost well, he's older than me. Or that means older than you too, but not by much older than me. But to another point of this whole story. So there are some stories coming out online about men who are breaking up with their girlfriends over their girlfriends taking these pictures with Chris Brown.
yeah.
First of all, I'm going to say this. I don't blame any person, man or woman, for having their own set of boundaries and their own deal breakers when it comes to relationships. So if they want to break up with their girlfriend because of this, who am I to judge? I have my own boundaries. Y'all have your own boundaries. Is what it is. But what I will say is that from the standpoint of a man being with a woman who is going to pay $1,000+ to take a picture with a celebrity, to get groped on by the celebrity or to grope on that celebrity or what have you, in my mind, would you not already know the type of woman or man, well, really woman, the type of woman that Chris Brown's not out here groping men?
Well, he's not, for legal purposes, he's not groping anybody.
Well, that's why I said with consent earlier.
Consent.
Yeah, they're paying him to do it.
Yeah.
He's not committing any crime.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes when you mention those words, people will take this clip and then they'll just cut off another part and they'll just say, "Oh, look what this guy said."
Well, shame on those fools who are doing stupid stuff like that. But yes, it's all with consent. But if you're with a woman who pays $1,000+ to do this or to take a picture with him, I would think in my mind that man would already have seen signs that she's that type of woman and you chose to be with her. So why are you mad now? I don't know. But that's just my whole thing.
Would you be mad if your girl took a picture with Chris Brown?
Would I be mad if my girl took a picture with Chris Brown? I'm a very financially prudent person.
Yeah.
So I'd be more upset that she paid $1,000 to do it than anything. So I guess the answer to the question is yes. Just because you're paying $1,000 for one picture with someone who you don't know, who doesn't know you, after that moment you're never going to see again, what do you really get from that? You're going to look back at that, drinking some wine and reminisce? I don't know. And also, yeah, so that's the biggest thing for me. The woman with the mindset that I am with is going to be just like me when it comes to finances, and we're not spending $1,000. I'm not spending $1,000 to take a picture with name big woman celebrity that you can think of. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want my girl to do that either.
Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Breezy fan.
Yeah.
So I do understand why someone would want to take a picture with someone like they, that they're a big fan of.
Hold on, not to cut you off. I get it. Let's say I'm working out in the gym and Chris Brown's in the gym. Hey, I'm a big fan. Let me get a picture.
Yeah.
But paying $1,000+? But I'll let you finish. That's just me.
Yeah. So, like I said, I understand the reason why someone would want to do it.
Can you explain it?
I mean, they're just a fan memorabilia. That's just what they like. I mean, listen,
all right.
There are some people who literally like worship these. I'm not one of them. But there are some people that are like, that's their thing. Like they show up all the time. They always go to concerts. That's their thing. It is what it is. Some people just have their thing. I'm not necessarily mad about it. This is the way that I see it is, listen, I can't control anybody. So if you're gonna do it, someone who's gonna cheat is gonna cheat regardless.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if it's $1,000 Chris Brown concert. It doesn't matter if it's a $10 girls' night out. Like it doesn't matter. Someone who wants to cheat on you is gonna cheat. So there's like I wouldn't feel any type of way. My thing is, number one, you're doing it with your own money. Like I'm not paying for it. And then number two is like I would never be with someone that doesn't have respect for me. If someone's going out there and doing these crazy poses, like some of these poses are like adult, like the first half of an adult film. Like if you're out here doing that, you obviously don't have any respect for me, and I wouldn't even want to be with you anyway. So like, yeah, I don't blame any guy that broke up with their girlfriend if their girlfriend did a questionable pose, a disrespectful pose, because it's 95% them. Because the girl that I know who did it, and I think she just did the pose with it, she's married. And even Chris Brown said, "Hey, is your husband okay with this pose or whatever?" So it's not even like Chris Brown's like, "Oh, like do this, do that." Like Chris Brown's super chill. And if you ever been to a Chris Brown, listen, you ever been to a Chris Brown concert? There's more than enough women. Chris Brown does not need to be thirsty.
Yeah, I mean that's not what I was trying to say. By the way, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
When I say he was groping him, I was actually saying it from a standpoint of like, what a cool life to live. How do I phrase this?
No, bro, there's levels. There's guys who get sued for it, and there's guys who get paid for it.
Right.
Chris Brown's on the other end. He's getting paid for it,
Exactly.
and the rest of the average man is getting sued for it.
sue for it, or they're paying to try to get a little bit of what.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not mad about it at all. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
As far as my girl doing it, no, but that's not because I don't like Chris Brown. It's just
Yeah, I mean, I don't
No.
think any
No.
I don't think any guy is like, you know what, I really want my girlfriend to spend rent money and
Right.
take a picture with someone that's not like, I mean,
especially if it's a picture like you over here hopping on his back or something.
yeah, those are crazy.
Like,
Those I'm like, man, I really hope that they're single. I
Yeah.
really hope that they're single.
right.
Cuz I mean, not only that, but like if they ever eventually have kids, like, you really want to see a picture of your mom like hopped on like some random like
Bro, that's the whole broader discussion with social media in general now. Trust me, there's
Like,
gonna be
yeah,
a lot of
man,
stories
that's-
coming out. But a lot of the kids now are worse than their parents on the social media. So
in public.
Hmm?
I said in public.
in public,
No, because you said a lot of kids now are worse than their parents.
no, I meant from a promiscuity standpoint and online behavior standpoint.
So you just—that's why I said in public.
I'm talking about online, bro. I'm talking about like I don't want to get too detailed, like doing things online that are promiscuous. That's more Gen Z now than it is Gen X. Gen Z is
Oh no, when I meant in public, I didn't mean like actual in public. I just mean like in front of people. Like if you do it online, it's open to everybody.
Oh, yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you know
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't mean like actually like in public. Like you're going to
Oh.
Walmart and you're
Okay,
seeing
yeah.
them like walk around in a thong
I got
and
you.
you're like, hey, what's happening? Do what you want. I don't care. But nonetheless, man, I'm gonna say ultimately Chris Brown made one of the smartest decisions. So I mean, shout out to Chris Brown. Yeah, I mean, it's just an extra way of getting a bag on tour. Not only that, but like the girls I know who did it are like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. So it's like you
Wow.
have repeat customers.
wow. Brown, this is a great decision, great money decision.
Yeah, so shout out to him. That is definitely a great money decision.
Mm-hmm.
On the consumer alone, is it a good money decision? Probably not smartest.
Oh yeah, no, from that perspective, probably not.
You know.
Unless you have the money for it.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
mean,
about being able to afford something. If you got cash like that and $1,000 is nothing, hey, we'll do your thing. But if you're missing rent payments so you can go take a picture with Chris Brown, I say that's not the smartest money decision.
at all. I mean, that's crazy.
So
That's crazy. So ultimately, he made a good money decision, guys. Let us know if you think this is a smart money decision. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe.